What is up, guys? It's Nathaniel here, and today we're going over another week of the wealth tracking. Now, this week is a pretty plain week, but promise you, next 2 weeks are pretty big, especially the next week. I'm filming this on Friday, so I'm a little late, so we're well into next week, but it doesn't matter. We're going to go over the weeks 110, 2022 to 124, 2022. We are in full swing of 2022. It's still January, but like it's almost at the end of January. And I just want to go and tell you guys something. So I started a tea break, a tolerance break. And for those of you who don't know me, I smoke marijuana legally. I'm 21 years old, so I can do that. I don't smoke that much, but I definitely notice I smoked a lot more than I probably should. And the experiences were just getting, kind of less and less. So I decided to take a tolerance break, a 1 month tolerance break. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going from, I started the tolerance break on January 7th, right? That was my first full day of not smoking. So I'm not going from January 7th to February 7th. I'm going January 7th to February 4th because that's 30 days. So basically, I'm going on a 30-day tolerance break. It takes about 3 weeks for marijuana to get out of your system. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to give it an extra week just for shits and gigs, just to see if I can do it. And let me tell you, it's been pretty easy. I threw away all my shit, all my weed, gone. Threw it over the back of my fence. Haven't even thought about buying any. Haven't really felt the urge to smoke. Just kind of like had to fill my time with other things, and that was the most difficult part. But that's besides the point. We'll get into that a little later. Let's get into the financial part of the week. So I'm just going to start off by saying really boring weeks of earning. I almost made identical paychecks, I guess, over the last 2 weeks. 282.78 on 113, which was last Thursday, and then 289.93, which this was this most recent Thursday. Well, technically not because this is Friday, so, but the ones that are going for this week. But yeah, like just super basic. Obviously, that's good. Like we like to see it make money. I work the same amount every week, so it makes a lot of sense that that's the same. Spending was actually pretty light this week, though. The highest spending day over the past 2 weeks was 270, but 270 was an investment, as you can kind of say, and not an investment into the stock market, but an investment into shoes, because I have recently gotten into reselling shoes, but a little bit more of that later. So anyway, yeah, some big changes coming up for the next 2 weeks, but this video will be a little more boring, so I apologize. But the Chase checking account ended like $20 less than it did at the beginning of the 2 weeks. So we did go down a little bit, but it had a lot of fluctuations. As you can see, it got all the way up to 280 or 2,827.17 was the peak, it looks like. Yeah. Which happened right after the Thursday that I got paid last week. But it slowly went back down. We had to pay some bills. Like I said, the next couple of weeks, though, oh man, big money gains for next week, especially. It already happened, but so as you can see right here in the second week too, I paid off my credit card. That was on, let's see, 120 or 120 2022, and then I also put another 29.99 in there. That was the Discord server that I bought, or I didn't buy, but I won't talk about that actually. But I just entered a Discord that had a monthly fee, so that's what that is. I put that on the credit card because I'm trying to build credit, and I don't spend a ton of money on my credit card, so I figured might as well throw it up there, have a monthly occurring fee that I have to pay off, and increase the debt. I said I was going to invest, but honestly, I've been so discouraged into investing lately because the stock market is like taking a shit, and I know that's like, oh yeah, duh, like invest in dips. But I'm just also like, man, but I got all this money that I can just blow, and like financially, I'm not the smartest human being, but I know that eventually I will invest, so I'm not too worried about it. And I think the money that I do have in the stock market at this time is a decent amount for someone of my age, and I do think I will be able to hit that 6,000 mark in the Roth IRA by the end of the year, hopefully. If I don't, oh well, anything counts, right? A dollar is more than a lot of Americans invest in the stock market every year. There's a lot of people that don't invest in the stock market every year, which is fine. But yeah, basically what I'm saying is if I do, great. If I don't, oh well. Stock market, like I said, it's just been taking shits, man. Like it started at 4,000 up here on 1/5 or 1/5. Obviously, that's like 3 weeks ago. We're not going over that. But as you can see, ever since that, it hasn't even graced even close to 4,000 again. Like right now, it's almost $900 less. Yeah, the stock market has just been going crazy down. A lot of that is cryptocurrency, but the regular stock market too, like the S&P 500, it's not doing so good. But it's okay because like I said, we're in it for the long run. My debt hasn't changed at all. The percentage changes of the debt is still pretty freaking high, but like who cares? Like I'm not even looking at that. Like we're gonna be in debt for a long time until we pay off this college debt, so I'm not even really worried about it. Total own, same thing. That's just debt plus the credit card, which is always low enough that I'm never worried about that. I'm never gonna put more than like $300 on my credit card. I think like 300 would be pushing it. I feel like even so, we're not gonna get that high. My net worth obviously started at 9,529.74 in the negative at the beginning of the weeks, and then it's up to 10,000 actually 289, which is bad. But like I said, this next week I went crazy with some. I stumbled upon some money, so sit tight for next week's video. It's gonna be crazy. But I do want to explain something that I'm getting into. So I am trying to resell shoes, and reselling shoes is a hobby that I've always like been interested in. Never really gotten into it, but I have come across some tools that'll help me try to sell those shoes more efficiently, I'd say, and I can keep track of it as well. So I'll show you some of the shoes I'd be selling. This is the first one, Nike Air Max Plus. All these shoes are kind of ugly. Like I'm not saying these are good shoes. These are just shoes that I know may make me a profit, right? So it doesn't really matter if I'm not going to keep them. Someone out there likes these shoes. Someone is willing to pay more money than I bought them for, and that's why I have them, right? So I got these Nike Air Max Plus in size 8s, right? I bought them with the discount. I got them for $128. I'm going to try to sell them for, I can't remember what I asked for them. Doesn't really matter, but I'll show you that page in a second. But for the most part, these boys, not the greatest looking shoes, but hopefully they'll make me some profit. And if they do, hey, a little bit more chump change. And it's also just a fun process. Like I kind of like to gamble. I don't know why. The gamble feels like risky and kind of dumb, but it's also just kind of like, fuck it, you know? I'm young, I'm stupid, I'm making poor decisions, or I'm making great decisions. You never know. But these ones are going to be ones that I'm looking to profit on for sure. These next ones are probably my highest profitable shoe that I own right now currently. And these are the Adidas NMD R1 V2s, beige tone and focus olive, obviously. I bought these for like $105 with like discounts and everything. And not to mention, on all these shoes, I use Rakuten or Top Cashback. So I'm getting like mad cash back for these shoe purchases as well. Plus, I'm buying them off of places like Foot Locker and Nike and stuff like that. So if I ever dislike them, I could just return them for a full price. Or if they're not profitable and I know they're not profitable, I'll just return them for a full price refund. So that's also another option. But these I bought for $105, and they might be going for like $160. Like I might profit $50 off of these shoes right here alone, which is looking good. So we'll see how that goes. Looking forward to it. I just put these up today. Next week's video will probably tell whether I, sold them or not. If not, some of them might be going back, and I'll explain that too. The next ones, I think, the next two I say are going to be kind of bricks. Like I think I'm going to take a loss on them, so I might just return them. The first one is the Nike Air Force One Low 07 LV8s. These are called like Smile More, or Go the Extra Smile. That's what it's like. I don't know. It's kind of corny. These shoes are kind of ugly. I do like the gum sole. I'm a big fan of the gum sole, and I like the white upper and the black, and the yellow laces are clean. The smiley faces, I'm not the biggest fan of. Like, I know it's kind of like the point. It's got kind of like Nike checkmark smiley faces, but like, you can get those the fuck out of there. Also, Air Force Ones are kind of blocky, so like, if you don't have a nice pair of jeans or a nice pair of denim, I don't know, man. Sometimes, man, I don't know. Air Force Ones are clean, though. They're classics. Like, everyone likes them. Everyone knows the iconic. But the triple white will always be kind of like the go-to for dressing up and down. But I think these are kind of clean. Wouldn't rock them myself. They're not even my size. I did not buy them in my size. I'm not buying most of these shoes in my size to prevent me from keeping them. And that's probably not going to be a big problem because they're mostly not my taste anyway. But yeah, those are the next one. And then these ones are actually women's shoes, so they're definitely not going to fit my feet. They're a size 7. But they're the Nike Air Force Low 07, again, Essentials. These ones are the black paisley ones. These ones like are pretty clean. Like I kind of like the paisley design. I kind of wish they were a little more bold. I don't know. But it doesn't really matter. I'm taking a fucking L on these ones too. I don't think they'll sell for that much. I think I bought them for $100. With the cashback, they're technically going to come out to be $92. I think I'll be able to sell them for like 107 or 103 or not in profit, but $103. So it'd be like an $11 profit. So honestly, that's not great, but whatever. We'll see how those goes. But yeah, that's basically it for the shoes. I just ordered 2 pairs of Jordans today. I got them on the Nike Reserved restock. I got the Bordeaux's in a size 8, and I got another Gore-Tex Air Jordan 1. I think a 10. Those are a 10, which are my size. I will not wear Jordans, so like I don't really feel like, or not these Jordans at least, so I don't feel like I'll keep them. If anything, I'll return them before I keep them. Like, I'm just not the type of person that wears Jordans that, I don't know. I like Jordans, but I don't know. Dressing them, it's difficult. I feel like it would be difficult with my wardrobe. So anyway, that's kind of the video. Back to the chart here. That's a little bit different of a video, but I probably will be doing that more often considering we got more little things going on. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, thanks for watching. Tune in next week. Next week's going to be crazy. I'll get those Jordans in. I'll probably have an unboxing video for those Jordans. I'll show you guys the shoes in person. And I'll also do this updated wealth tracking, finance tracking, and then I will probably also do whether or not I sold those sneakers. So tune in for those. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you later.